Life is not problematical. We make it problematical because we're all listening to something, to someone else, to something, without listening to ourselves. We buy a lot of junk, for instance, that we know damn well we don't need. We clutter up our lives with insignificant things that have no value at all. But when we start to think about how simple life is and how simple it should be lived, and we begin to realize, I have no problem. I don't have a real problem. Problem is something you make. Life is something you live.
Even though it's the tiniest park, it's a very tiny park, it's still green. That's what matters. Money, earthy green, which I love. I just decided that I did not want to, you know how you will see some rich people and they seem so miserable. Notice I said some. They seem so miserable. And you can see this especially in lottery winners. But I've come to the conclusion that the reason why they are miserable with the money is because when they didn't have the money, they were not reliant on their happiness, their joy before they had the money. They were reliant on the success, the metrics, the money in the bank, the followers, the subscribers. They were reliant on that before they obtained all of the money, the success. And that is why when they finally obtained it, they were not happy. I realized that I was living every single day waiting for the right amount of money, waiting for the right amount of subscribers and likes and the success. And I just don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to, once I reach a certain dollar amount in my bank, that is not what's going to really bring me happiness, right? And I don't want to reserve my happiness for when that happens. And so I'm at risk. I realized that I was at risk for that. I was at risk for being an unhappy rich person because I was waiting until the money came to be happy. We get this one life on earth. And if every single day we are saying, when the money comes, I will be happy. If we're saying that every single day, we're going to wake up when we're 80. And this is like one of my biggest fears. Waking up when I'm 80 and saying, oh, I was waiting every single day instead of living my life. I was waiting every single day of my life for the number to come. I'm no longer willing to waste my life waiting to be rich. I'm just no longer willing to do that. So what I've been doing is just capturing the richness that is already in my life. For example, I wake up, I'm healthy, I'm rich. I wake up, I can walk, I'm rich. I wake up, I can see, I'm rich. I can hear, I'm rich. I'm safe, I'm rich. When we don't feel safe, when we don't feel like we have enough, it is because we have neglected to track what we already have, right? And I've talked about this before, and I think that we're really missing the gravity of what we already have. And I have a supportive friend group, I'm rich. Any supportive family, I'm rich. Clocking the richness already. I'm not waiting. And I'm not going to be a woman who thinks that the material wealth, all of the stuff, is what is going to change the scale for me in terms of happiness. Is money an amplifier? Absolutely. And I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to understand that I live in a dynamic, in a paradigm, in an external reality where money is important, but I refuse to wait because of money. And money is very seasonal. Money likes to have seasons. Money likes to be high sometimes. It likes to be low. It likes to go with the flow. That's why it's called currency, right? And so I've had to learn how to accept the currency, the seasonality of money, and be okay with it. Is every day easy? No, it is not. Some days I really want money to gather around me in a larger number, but I'm no longer dependent on it for satisfaction, right? And what's interesting is money is like any relationship where you're chasing someone, you're going to push them away by chasing them. Money doesn't like to be, suffocated anyway. And so I find that it ends up meeting me more, because I've not decided that, I depend on it for my whole life to be something that fulfills me, something that drives me. Just like I don't depend on a partner for my happiness, I cannot depend on money or stuff to depend on my richness and my wealth, right? And so, yeah, money likes to be, doesn't like to be suffocated, and I love it. I am creating and working on creating a life where in its rawest form, before money, before metrics, before any number, I can truly say I am happy and I'm feeling joyful while honoring the human experience, the emotions, the loneliness or frustration, or I'll honor that. But the point of this journey, and while I'm documenting all of this journey, is because I want to show women that you're allowed to be happy right now. You're allowed a life of softness, of beauty, of a beautiful life experience. And I'm doing that by living it myself and learning what that means for me in this new phase of my life. Thank you so much for watching. If you are a woman who feels overwhelmed and anxious about her life, if you feel like you are always on edge, aka your nervous system could be dysregulated, I invite you to explore my work as I'm helping women to heal their nervous systems as well. So I've linked everything below this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.